Let's take a look at another best legendary armor set in Assassin's Creed Odyssey that you get for completing the arena in the game. Don't worry if you don't want to see the arena yet, I will not show it until the end of the video and give you a spoiler warning before that as well. But first, let's take a look at the stats and way more. So if you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. When you hit the max level, you can fight bosses in the arena that in the end award you with the Arena Fighter set. That is a gold variant of the gear pieces you might have already seen from the mercenaries, or that you might have already looted yourself. But like I already said, this legendary variant is gold with like the lion on the shoulder pauldron, and I love the fact that it only has one shoulder pauldron, like a big one. We see a crazy lion like icon on the waist, and of course the huge helmet with the red plume is pretty cool, that also moves around as you walk. As you might have guessed, this is a warrior armor set that focuses a lot on one of the best skills in the game, and don't worry, I will have a full video up with the best skills in Odyssey, or it might be already up by the time you watch this, then you can click on the screen. Anyway, the Arena Fighter set is all about the overpower attack that in Odyssey you have to unlock first in the mid-teens, and you can also upgrade it this time to make it chain to more enemies, let it last longer so you can hit multiple enemies or one enemy more times. In short, upgrading this ability enhances the damage greatly. I use the overpower attacks of the heavy weapons a ton, especially in the conquest battles, because then you can easily kill 3 or more enemies with one attack. If you wear the full set, you get 10% health back for doing an overpower attack. Apart from the increase in warrior damage that you find on every gear piece, we got 10% extra damage for sword and daggers on the helmet, 20% extra damage with the overpower attacks on the bracers, and we find the same stat on the waist, so that is a 40% on overpower attacks increase, and that is really good. The chest gives the 10% extra damage with the heavy blades and heavy blunt weapons, and the boots give them for the spear and the staffs. So yes, it does not matter what weapon you prefer, it is all increased, but that also means that some of the stats on these gear pieces are lost all the time, because you can of course not use all the weapons at the same time. So why would you need the extra sword or dagger damage if you only use a staff, for example? So yeah, that is totally a downside from this armor set. But yeah, overall I would say it's a really strong aggressive set that is nice for many activities in the game. Again, especially nice in the conquest battles, but also against mercenaries, since with the sword and the daggers you deal a lot of damage onto one target with the overpower attack. So having increased damage and also getting health back for that is really strong. So yeah, a fun warrior armor to use when you still have a lot of max level content left, because you need to be the max level 50 in order to get it. In terms of engraving, I go for a balanced approach, so the things that give me more adrenaline so I can do the overpower attack as fast as possible are nice, but also some extra warrior damage in general, and I would say defense as well, so I can stay longer in the fight, since you will be surrounded by a ton of enemies most of the times and will face them head on with the warrior set. Like I said, you get it from completing the arena, so I will now show you some small arena things. If you don't want to see that, then you are warned. Of course, before you leave, if you don't want to see it, don't forget to subscribe for way more Odyssey content if you haven't already. I will do way more tips and tricks, in-depth looks at armor sets, and way more, so subscribe to miss nothing. Anyway, back to the arena. It's over here in Pevka, and the first fight you can do is on level 23, but in order to get this legendary set, you need to complete all the bosses 2 times. Because after you defeated all the bosses once, you unlock the level 50 variants of these bosses, and then get legendary gear pieces per boss, but you also get the warriors crew members on your ship, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, in the end, defeating all the bosses on level 50 will get you this full legendary gear set. Again, a max level kind of required because all the bosses will be level 50. I mean, you can likely try it on level 48 as well, because that is of course how the leveling system works. 2 levels apart should be doable, especially since the bosses were not that hard. You can expect a wave of enemies from one faction, and then at the end a sort of mercenary type of boss. So you can easily kill them because you also have all your gear and can use all your abilities. So yeah, again, subscribe for way more Odyssey content. I got way more in-depth looks at armors, weapons, and overall tips and tricks coming your way. Like this video to support the channel. Check out my video on the Pegasus set that you can get in the game, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye!